Hey, 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 hey. What's up, everybody? How y'all feeling? How you doing? Happy Friday. We made it to Friday, y'all. Yes, we did. And this is Freedom Friday on the podcast here today. I am Miss Tanya. Thank you for coming on in here. Come on in here. I'm going to let the people get on in here. Get on in here. Get on in here. All right. It's Freedom Friday. So your admission here today, it's not going to be anything that you can't afford. Your admission today is just a little bit of kindness. A little bit of kindness. So if you got some of that, if you got some kindness in your heart, I don't know if you got it in your pocket, but if you got some kindness, come on in, get on in here. Our conversation today is we're talking about let me put this up. The topic is bigger better. Is bigger better? Is it? We're talking about people who are, they got the big job, they got the big house, the big car, everything big, But is that better? Biggie, he got a little something in a song for you, like more money, more problems. Is that the case? And there's nothing wrong with having dreams. You got your dreams, you got your big dreams, but is that working for you? Is that what you want? Who are you doing that for? Is that bigger really better? Is it causing you stress in your life? Because it very well could be. Is that really your identity? Is a big job title who you are? Is that connected to your happiness? Is that what makes you happy? Do you feel like you have to have that? And I'm asking that question because a lot of people walk around feeling that way. And then we've got some people who may feel less of themselves because they may not have the big car. They may not have the big job or the big title or whatever that is. And I'm asking, and you need to ask yourself, and we're going to talk about this thing today. Is bigger better? Do you have to have a big job title? Do you have to have a big car? Do you have to have a big house? The big life? Is that what you need? Is that what you need for big happiness? Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll get into it. We'll get into it very, very soon. But before we do, I'm going to do what we always do. What I like to do. It's lunchtime. And we've taken that time back for ourselves. That's why I call this the Noontime My Time podcast. And before we get into our conversation, I want us to come back to a place of center. I want us to just kind of relax, get in a certain mood and zone so that we can have a discussion. All right. So we do that by reclaiming a little bit of our time and doing a little breath work. Won't talk you out too much. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get into it. All right. What I want you to do is inhale to the count of 4. And we're going to hold it for a few seconds. And then we're going to exhale. And we'll hold that for a few seconds. And we'll repeat that a few times. Now, you can close your eyes if you're in a place that you can do that. I don't want you to do that if you're driving. Don't do that if you're driving. Don't do that if you're actually sitting at the desk. If you got your head pods on and you're taking a listen, we'll vibrate with us and listen. But if you can close your eyes, close your eyes. You want to take it a step further, put your hands over your heart and feel that you are alive. That's you. Let's get into it. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. Hold that a few seconds. Inhale again. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. One more time. Let's inhale. Hold it a few seconds. And exhale. Yeah. Doesn't that feel great? I hope you feel good. I hope that breath work worked for you. And I want you to get into this conversation. Is bigger better? is bigger, better living. You got to ask yourself that. Do you have to have the big house? Do you have to have the big car? Do you have to have that big job title? Is that working for you? Is it causing you big stress? Right? Because there's ways to live in this life. There really is. I want to let everybody know that it is Homecoming Friday. Happy homecoming, Wilson. Happy homecoming. I see Kay Jeanette in the building. She said, hey. What's up, lady? How you doing? Always good to have good people in the building with me. It's Freedom Friday. It's Freedom Friday. So, you guys, I want you to feel the freedom to have this conversation. We can talk about things that you want to talk about, but I want to talk about this particular topic. I'm asking the question, is bigger better? And I think we should be asking ourselves that, especially right now in the state of our economy, everything that's going on in this world. You've got to ask yourself, like, what are the things that are important to you? What is most important? Is your happiness directly tied to your job title? Is your happiness directly tied to your house, the size of your house, a particular car? Is your happiness associated with particular jewels, jewelry, name or designer brand fashion? Is it? Now, I want to say this because we're not here to bash people on either side of this coin. It is up to you to ask yourself this question, and it's up to you to answer it for yourself honestly. Because I am one to say that if these things are what you want and you work for them and you are within an income bracket to afford those things, then very much I think that you should have them. Now, I also think that if you're not within that income bracket and you think that those things make you important, they make you look big, then I want you to question why you're doing that and who you're doing that for. Because those things may not be necessary for your life. They shouldn't be directly tied to your happiness. So you need to know what that is for you. You need to answer that for yourself. And it is homecoming weekend. So a lot of people are going to be running into their friends, their old friends and classmates. Some people are going to be out here not living a true life, not telling a true story, trying to make themselves bigger in a sense of status than they have to be. And you don't have to do that. You don't. And I hope you're not out here doing that. I really hope that you're not out here doing that. I want you to be able to feel your freedom. It's Freedom Friday, and I got a real conversation in here for you. So I want you guys to get in here, and I want you to talk about it. I see we got Tanya Frazier. She said, on the way. Happy homecoming. That's what's up, lady. Glad that you're on the way. Safe travels to you. I got to tell you, some of my friends are already in town. We were hanging out last night. I almost came to you guys behind the talk bubble because a girl was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it today because I was out last night, but it's been fun already. And as soon as I can get off of this podcast, I'm going to continue the fun. It's getting ready to be nonstop with some of my friends, some of these events out here. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I see we got Kenya here, Kenyatta King in the building here saying, preach. Hey, just sharing a little bit of what I consider a truth, not necessarily saying that it is the truth. So let's be clear about that. Let's see. I also have Tanya in here. She's saying, you do not have to do that. I agree with you, Tanya. I see so many people who, let's just call a thing a thing. Let's call it what it is. There are a lot of people out here who are living above their means. They're stressing themselves. And I'm going to tell you something. We are not in a state of an economy where I think that you should be doing that. And I also think that we approach a certain age where you've got to know that you don't have to impress people. You don't. I mean, we know that young kids, they're out here, they see things, they want the latest designer shoe or whatever the case may be, whatever the cool kids might have or what they think make the kids cool. Okay, well, they lack a bit of life experience and maturity. So you can understand why they may think that way. But if you out here a grown ass adult, there is no reason for you to be doing things to impress people when it does not fall within your budget, when it is not financially healthy for you. I hope you're not doing that to yourselves, people. I really do. I really do. I see we got Gwen Washington in the building. She said, nope. As long as you have Jesus, you don't need material things. You better tell the truth, cuz. All right? I hear you. I hear you. All right. I see Kenyatta in the building said, love you, Dr. Tanya. Hey, let me tell you something. Don't put that title in front of my name. That is my point. I'm not a doctor. I'm not. In fact, I am a college dropout. Now, I am a mother. I am a friend. I'm a daughter. I am a mentor. I am out in this community and I do what I can do to be of service to people. And I've been doing that a number of years. I love to do it. I have life experience, but I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be a doctor. I don't even want to pretend to be. I don't. So for as much respect as I can respect you saying that, that's not me. I'm Miss Tanya, all right? If you want to call me professional or anything, I'm a professional mother. You might see that in my bio because that's one of my favorite positions that I've held here in this life, and I feel really grateful for that. And I can't put a price on that. I didn't get paid for that. I'm not getting paid for that. So just know that. But I feel good. And if feeling good is a payment, then, well, I'm paid very handsomely for that. All right. I also see Kenyatta said, telling the truth. I got you. I got you. Respect here. I see Elisa here. She said, people that have money don't flaunt it. You are absolutely right. Look at these guys out here like the Bill Gates and Zuckerberg, and these guys wear the very basic of things. I've never seen them in Gucci, you know? But I do want to go back and say, like, if that is your thing, if you are within that income bracket and that is what you like, then doggone right, you wear it. All right. So we're not here to make anybody feel bad about anything, but I just don't feel like it's smart to do the reverse. I really don't. I see we got Robin Jones in the building. She said, hey, my friend on the way. What's up, Robin? Class of 1987. That's my girl. Safe travels to you. I'll see you very soon. Listen, for as soon as I can get off this podcast, girl, in these homecoming streets, that's what I'm going to be doing. All in these homecoming streets. I've had a pretty fun week. Like I said, I hung out with some friends last night. You know, my classmate. You know, we do some things. Class of 1987. We do some things on these grills out here. So I know it's people out here who gonna challenge us, and it's okay. We do what we do. I also want to put out there because not because it's my class doing it. I'm proud to be a part of the class who does it, but our class also feed the athletes, the cheerleaders and band members. We feed them before the homecoming game. So, you know, that's something that we do. We get out there, grill, make sure that they eat. And if you can't be a good person, what you trying to be out here? And I think that's big. That's big to me, right? So that's something that we do. That's not a brag. That's a fact. And we love doing it. How you doing, Anthony? We got Anthony Sparks in the building from over there in Darlington, Mayo. I know. Much love to you. Thank you for coming on in here with us today. I got Genesis in here in the building. She said, waking up with expectations of impressing the masses has to be a heavy burden. And some people live and brag on things that's not their own. My rich friend took me, my white friend, Bentley, etc., just to be true to yourself at all times. You understand? Well, I understand what she's saying here. She says waking up with expectation to impress people is a heavy burden. It is. That's no way to live. And why are you doing that to yourself? I don't know, girl. I really don't know. Got Kenyatta in here saying a lot of people who have money won't show it. Absolutely. I agree with you there. KJ said, my favorite class. She must be talking about 1987. I know she got to be talking about 1987. Yeah, because we always see her at the 1987 tent to get some food. That girl like her belly. That girl likes her belly. I'm not mad at her. If I wasn't in the class of 1987, I'd probably be over at the tent and getting something too. I got to be honest about it. All right. Well, y'all know what? All week I have been in here and Tori has been with me all week. So y'all might be trying to figure out, well, it's Freedom Friday. You've been rocking with Tori all week. Where Tori at? Where Tori at? Well, I got to let y'all know Tori has stepped into the podcast. What's up, Tori?
What up? What up? What up? I'm representing Mayo and the Steelers.
Oh, Lord. I was asking if bigger is better, and she getting on here just causing big problems for no reason.
Listen, I love y'all. Listen, I have really enjoyed this week hanging out with them Tigers. Oh my God, it has been simply amazing. But to answer your question, is bigger better? To me, it doesn't really matter as long as you put God first and you stay humble, because there are so many people, so many times they leave, they say they could be from Florence and living in New York or Atlanta, and they're claiming New York or Atlanta. You're forgetting the humble beginnings from whence you came. So if you have the money, you have the big car, just stay humble and always put God first. But when it starts to change your mindset, and because you have the money, because you have the car, and you start to look down on people, that's what I have an issue with. That's what I have an issue with. And here's the verse for today. Psalms 23, verse 1. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Let me repeat that. Psalm 23, verse 1. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. So keep it humble, okay?
Yeah.
If you have the money, and then here's the thing, if you have the money, the fancy cars, don't look down on people that don't. You know what I'm saying? Actually, help them up if you're in a position to do that. Because there's some people, they're in a position to help people and they make the choice not to. So that's what I have an issue with. Because as you all know, I'm a believer and we are called to serve. So whenever I'm in a position to help, that's what I'm going to do. So bigger question is bigger, better? Nah, not to me.
Okay. I see we got KJ in here. She said, I sure am. And she's talking about, she was talking about class of 1987. And then I got my girl in here, Tanya Frazier. She said, class of 86. Okay. It's the next couple days, get ready to be like how Mayo and all the other schools, South Florence, West Florence, everybody talking about the homecoming. Yeah. Well, we done with y'all with that conversation because now it is about us, and we get ready to get into which class is the best. So you get ready to hear all of those years, 1978, 1976, 1987, 86, 85. That's what you get ready to hear now. That's where we at. And I got to let you know, Tanya said, oh, no Mayo and Steelers. Tanya, let me tell you something. If I had any idea that she was going to wear that today, trust me, we would have been behind some talk bubbles because we didn't want to see that. We didn't want to see that. Come on back in here. Let me put it back on the screen. I took off screen, Tanya. I know you're driving, but I took off screen for a minute because she deserved that. She asked for it.
Alicia said, I taught her yesterday. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Alicia. Alicia, I'm going to actually be doing a interview with Alicia with the upcoming Tanya, the flyer that you have been sharing about the breast cancer walk. We will be doing an interview talking about that. That's going on next weekend, next Saturday, October the 14th. Time is at 8:30 a.m. And I think Alicia put in the comments when the registration starts, because I don't have my glasses on, so it's probably on the flyer, but I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see it. But make sure you guys, if you're not doing anything next Saturday, make sure you're there. And I'll be talking to her in the coming weeks before it comes up. But I'll be promoting that and I'll share the flyer. So I look forward to that.
Definitely, definitely. I see we got Anthony in the building. He came in here to back you up a little bit. I'm gonna let y'all get away with this because I know you're gonna be in Wilson Town, the city of Wilson, this weekend. So say whatever you want to say. It don't even matter.
Yeah, bring that black and gold to the purple and gold streets this weekend. Holler at me if you come through. Bring your girl. Make sure y'all come through. Look at, you know what? Hey Tammy, what's up? And matter of fact, I have and Tammy that black and gold, and Anthony said, no matter how big you are, you will never be bigger than God. Ooh, mic drop. Hello, never be bigger than God.
I'm starting to like Anthony again. Anthony and I have a love dislike relationship. I don't want to say hate because I don't have time to invest in hate, but we got a little love dislike type relationship right now. I never met him, but I can tell that I'm gonna love not to like him.
Not love, not to like him.
I just feel it. I feel that.
Gwendolyn says, amen. My grandmother and mama never let your pocket be bigger than your means. Stay in your lane. Absolutely. And that's the thing I had to learn. Matter of fact, I was watching this young lady on Instagram, and she took the pictures, like how some females, they got to take the picture. And y'all, she went behind the scenes. She's like, I take the fancy Instagram picture, but as soon as I take my picture, make it look like I'm doing better than I am, then I keep the tags on my clothes and I take the clothes back, take the shoes back, and then the car is rented. So a lot of stuff you see on these internet streets ain't really what it is.
Right. And I want to say this too, like, why as grown people, why are you living in a life of comparison?
Right.
That absolutely makes no sense to me. I just feel like everybody has the opportunity to be themselves, to have their own style. Like I've always just kind of had my own style. I like what I like, but I'm going to mix it up. I'm not going to try to pretend there aren't things that I have that might be of a particular price tag, because there are some things that I like, but you probably won't know because I'm not necessarily a flashy person. And I'm just not, but I'm more of an artistic person. So I dress in more of a way that's just my style, and it doesn't have a particular price tag on it. I'm going to get what I like. I'm going to get what I can afford, what makes sense to me. And sometimes, even if I can afford it, if I look at that price and I feel like it's not worth it to me, I'm like, oh no, I'm not paying that much for that. That doesn't mean that much to me. Like, because I question myself. I'm like, why am I really getting this? Like, does this make sense? And I keep going back to the fact that we're living in an economy right now where I feel like all of us need to be thinking this way. We need to be fiscally responsible. Why not be? We don't know what is going to happen in the future with this economy. You don't know what's going to happen in the future with your job. I don't know what people's particular saving is, But you need to think about those things. A lot of people are about to go back into that student loan repayment. You've had over 3 years of not paying that. And it takes 21 days for something to become a habit. So we're talking about 3 years. You've already gotten in the habit of not paying that, and you've got to work that back into your budget. A lot of people have to do that. So think about that. The food prices are continuing to go up. You go in the grocery store and $100 doesn't go a long way anymore when you go to the grocery store. Your shopping buggy look like you get ready to starve, and you get up to the register and it's like $100. You don't even have it. You dig what I'm saying?
$100 used to go far. Now you be like, what? Where the food at?
Absolutely. And I think about too, like the unfortunate, we have people who are unfortunate. Some of us run into people who are out on the street and they might just need $1, or they're asking you for some change. And unfortunately, we live in we're living in like digital cash. A lot of people are using cards. So a lot of the times people really don't have cash on them. But I'm also going to say this. What are they going to do with change if you give it to them? They can't buy anything. Do you know candy bars cost like over $2 now? Over $2 for a candy bar, something that is not even of any nutritional value to you. You can't buy a soda for under a couple bucks. So if there's a homeless person out there and you're going to give them something, honestly, if you're really going to help that person, you almost have to at least, seriously, at minimum, you might have to give them $10. Are we even prepared to do that?
Yeah.
You know
I
what I'm saying?
know I was criticized because I was, because some of these people out here, they do that professionally. Like they'll pretend like they're crippled and they're not. So I was criticized one time because if I see people and they need something, if I have change, I'll give it up. They're like, Tori, you always giving these people. If they say they want something to eat, go buy them the food and give them the food. And it's like you're giving them money that you don't know they're asking you for food, but you can't guarantee that's what they're going to buy. A lot of times they may buy alcohol or whatever. I'm like, if I give them money, it's on them what they choose to do with it. I can't, if I have the money, that's just me. I can't tell you, well, if I give you $10, you say you want food, but if you don't buy the food that you say you need, that's not on me. I've done my part. That's on me. But it was like, if they say they need food, you need to go get the food, get them the burger to make sure. Hey, if I give them $10, it's on you what you buy. You know what you need. If you don't do the right thing, that's on you.
Right. And I didn't know where you were going to go with that, but I have to say that I agree with you. I'm not getting ready to have that on my heart. I'm already in a giving spirit. Why am I trying to direct what they do with it? That is on them. They're out here homeless. If they want to buy them whatever feeds their vice or whatever the case may be, that might be a good thing too. Because what if that stops them from doing something crazy to get that thing,
Right.
So listen, when you give. You're not supposed to direct it. That's how I feel about it. I see we got Kawana.
And let me say this, when you give from the heart. And when you do give, you don't have to be on social media showing what you did. Because the ones that, if you truly give it from your heart, you don't have to post about what you did.
Right.
And Kwana says a lot of those bougie people are fronting, riding a Mercedes Benz and eating pork and peas 3 times a week. Listen, it's funny that you say that because there was a lady that came to the gas station, driving like a Mercedes, but you put in like $2-3 of gas in. I'm like,
wow. Can you put in $2 or $3 worth of gas?
That particular day, they were trying to put $2 or $3, and I'm looking at they driving a bit. What?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, you ain't going far.
I totally get the point of what Kawana is saying. Like, they're out here and they're fronting just to drive this particular vehicle, but they're really, financially strapped. Like everything they can do to make that car payment and to make that insurance payment, like they're really working for that car. And I want to tell you something. I am not trying to work hard for a car. I'm sorry.
Right.
I think I told you guys before. I brought one of my cars off of Craigslist. I did because number one, it was a car that I wanted. I had specifically been looking for that particular car. I wanted that car when it first came out. Like I have a 1998 Mustang, and I love the body of that car. And it's really, really a hard car to find. But anyway, I found it on Craigslist. I bought my car cash, paid for it, got whatever I need to get done to it. Car runs nice, looks nice. I get a whole lot of compliments on the car, which is not really the point. I brought the car because that's what I wanted. But, it's mine. It's nice. It's paid for. I say you get your stuff and you take care of your things. If you value it, and give it some love, because I gave that, it was a used vehicle. I gave it some love. And that thing looks so good, I can't go nowhere. Man, always, all on my car. My car starts a lot of conversations with people. It really
that car is nice, though. That car is nice.
Okay, well, I brought my nice car off of Craigslist. Okay.
Nice. It's nice.
I don't owe nobody I'm not making any car payments. You understand? And then as far as my truck, because I feel like if you live in the South, I feel like you need to have an old truck. But that's just that's my thing. That's just something that I had in my mind. I'm like, how am I going to live in the South and not have an old truck? And also because I have, the Mustang as a car, there isn't very much that I can get in there unless, no passengers, nobody in the back seat. When I'm making my little Lowe's runs and doing stuff, you need a little bit more space. So I was looking for a truck. And believe it or not, I was trying to find like an old, like, rust bucket type of looking truck. Like I took this old truck thing like really too far. So I was trying to find something that like looked really old, and I just wanted it for its character, just for what I said I wanted it for, just to when I go places and I got big box items and I need to put them in a vehicle. That's what I wanted it for. Live in a small town, not a whole lot of trap, nowhere's far. So I just wanted something that would run. Anyway, I didn't exactly find one to that degree of rust bucket look, but I did find an old truck. Once again, where did I buy this from? Off the side of the road. Because that happens down here in the South. You'll be driving and you'll see a vehicle on the side of the road with a sign on it. You just call that number and, you arrange to drive it. If you like it, and you pay for it. Well, that's what I did. And I paid for my little truck, and my truck runs nice. My truck is nice. I get to do whatever I want to do. So we're talking about, I'm living a lifestyle that my vehicles are paid for. So I don't have any car payments, but I'm getting and going everywhere that I need to go. I feel like if I wanted to take a road trip that required more space or something, drive a little more luxury than what my vehicles provide. Well, guess what? I'm not out here, with $700-800 car payments. I can rent a car. You understand? I've got the actual liquid cash to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So while there's people out here who may have a job where they may be making more money than I make, well, I'm not spending as much money as they are. And a lot of times, believe it or not, I have more liquid cash than they do. I just have more available to me because I own all of my stuff. I don't live outside of my means. I'm able to take care of myself. My kids are adult people who are taking care of themselves now. So I feel, and I was working towards that. I wanted to work my way towards being able to feel like I could afford my lifestyle at a minimum for retirement. Like I literally thought about that. By the time that I was age 50, which has been a few years over that now, I wanted to know how I could live happily within my lifestyle, what I like, not what impressed people. How can I do that?
Right.
And I've been able to do that. I don't have a big lifestyle. I don't have a big fancy car or this, that, and the other. Like you say, my stuff is nice and I do get the compliments of that. Is my house nice? Yes. Is it a big house? No. You know what I mean? But I don't want a big house. I don't want to clean up all of those rooms. I'm thinking about myself in retirement. Why am I going to be an older woman living in a big house? My kids are living their life somewhere out there. I don't need all those rooms. Okay? I got 2 bedrooms, a bath, and that's all I need.
All right.
So who am I impressing? But I'm telling you something. I don't have no stress. Just like I don't have no hair, I don't have no stress in my life. For real.
Oh my goodness. Daniel Davis says, when you can find meaning in anything, that's when things are bigger and better for me. That's true. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that. And then as Alicia says, registration starts at 7:30 a.m. That's for the walk for breast cancer next one. And I like the theme, pink and blue. I love that Barbie and Ken affair. That's pretty dope. I love it.
I get that because you're saying, hey, men, come on out here and walk with us and do that too.
I love that concept. That's different. That's the first time I've ever seen that before. That's very different. I like it. And then Alicia also says with Starbucks fruit and Krispy Kreme.
Okay. Are those some of
We're
the
talking,
you
yeah.
splurge on?
And Tammy says, I remember a candy bar and a soda was 25 cents. Y'all, speaking of that, y'all remember I think it was called the Big Blow candy. It was the candy with the bubble gum inside. And you remember when we were back in the day, it was like a penny. Now it's like a quarter, and now it's smaller.
Wow.
It still gets stuck in your teeth, but still. It went from a penny to now a quarter. I'm like, what? You used to could get 25 for 20, 25 pennies. Now you're getting one. I'm like, what? Sanford says, good afternoon, ladies. God bless. What's up, Sanford?
How you doing, man? I always love having him in the building. I feel that energy through the what do we call that? A text? Through the comment.
Yeah, through the comment. Yeah.
Through the comment.
Yeah.
I hope y'all having fun out here. We get ready to have a full weekend of just continuous celebration of Wilson High School. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, and I ran into quite a few people in the streets who were saying that they really didn't know the history of Wilson High School, and they didn't know that our school was like 157 years old.
Right. I learned a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday was a history lesson for me. I didn't know all of those things.
A lot of people
I did not know it was a private school for African. I did not know that.
Well, I'm going to take you back to, I've heard you say that more than once. And the reason why I want you to understand that that's not necessarily the focus of it, because you have to realize the realization of it, the reality of that. We're talking about 1866. It is a school for Black kids. We're talking about segregation. We're talking about racism to an extreme. You understand me? So when they formed the school, this is what we had to do to educate ourselves. And then what other race of people are going to come to our school? So let's not play so much on the fact that says private. I mean, that's obvious, Yeah. Sometimes people use words for certain political reasons, but in other words, that's the only place Black people could go. So of course, that was our school. Let's be real about translation. That was where the Black kids had to go.
Yeah.
All right. So I see a lot of people in here with us. I see those hearts. I see those eyes. Why don't you guys go ahead and make that match what I see in here watching? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. If you are listening or watching us on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to Miss Tanya TV and Keep the Faith with Tori. We out here in these internet streets with you. So show a little bit of love that way. If you want to shout out some of your friends, go ahead and do that. Let us know who you're excited to see during homecoming. And maybe I'm making it sound like a little too much by saying excited, but just, if there's a couple people you're looking forward to see, drop that. We'll go ahead and give them a little shout out. I know you get ready to see them. What else I need to I know something I need to let y'all know. I gotta let y'all know this. Hold on. Let me take this down right here. Now, at the Chubb Rock event, we talking about at Wilson Tigers Old School Digging in the Crates Homecoming Dance. Yes, that is going to be on Saturday. The doors open up at 9:30. So we going to be partying. Yes, grown folks partying. We taking that back. We're taking it back. We're going to show y'all a whole lot of love. But also, I need you to know that we will be having breakfast there. So breakfast will be from 10 to 1. Let you know that the basics are going to be grits, eggs, sausage, bacon. But you can also get garlic, herb, butter, shrimp, and grits. Okay. And you can also, if you want to add to that, you can add you 3 buttermilk pancakes for $5. The breakfast itself is $10. There's not going to be any substitutions. Don't come in here and think, this is order what you like. It's not that. We're just trying to make sure that if you need a little something on your belly, because you know what happens during these weekends, get some of them grits on your belly so you can walk out of that place stable. You understand me? Read, or shall I say, listen in between the lines. Okay? We're not having no wings. We're not having no French fries. We're not having ribs. And why would we have that? We just been at tailgate eating that all day. Does that make sense? No. We're talking about grown people who thinking, and you want some grits anyway. So I just wanted to put that out there.
I can eat grits all day, every day.
They supposed to be eaten. You understand me?
I love grits. Gwendolyn says, "Sorry, I can't make it to homecoming." Oh, Gwendolyn, I'll be there for you. And she's talking to you, Tony. Cuz tell class of 87, I said hello and have fun.
I'm gonna tell them. And for those who are listening right now, make sure y'all have enough fun for Gwen. Now, see, we got Nakia in the building. Nakia, I saw her last night at the we were downtown. I saw her downtown. I think I saw her in the jazz bar, one of those spots that we stopped into. My daughter came home last evening, so we hung out a little bit, had a little fun. Now, Nakia, what is Nakia asking me?
Listen, controversy. Yellow grits or white grits. That's like with the sugar in the grits or the butter and the salt in the grits. For me personally, I'm greedy, so I'm gonna say I like both. I do yellow and I do the white grits. I do them both, but I think Tanya might do the yellow grits.
Yeah, in my house, like in my home, I buy and cook the yellow grits. Now, if I am out and there's white grits being served, I'm not racist with the grits. I don't mind white grits. That's all I'm saying.
And Danielle says, Gregory and Shannon Smith, welcome home to your very first Wilson High School homecoming tailgating weekend. It's about time. Wow, that first one. That's awesome. That's what's up. Welcome to the first homecoming. That's what's up.
Broken in. Go ahead. Come on. And also, Daniela, how you doing? I want to let you guys know that on next weekend is South Florence homecoming. And yes, I am going to be out there. The Brown South girls are going to be out at the tailgate. We'll be judging at, with the tents and everything they got going on. So we're special guests at South Florence homecoming. Come check me out then too. I don't want to talk about that too much, but we going to be there.
Nakia says, hey, Miss Tanya. And she
wait a minute. Stop for a minute, Tori. Nakia. You saying, hey, Miss Tanya, after you already tried to start something asking about yellow or white grits. You should have told me, hey, first. Get your comments in order.
KJ says, sure did. I'm here in these homecoming streets. Hey! Listen, how them young people say, okay.
Listen, I don't know how they do it. I don't even want to try because I know I'm going to sound real crazy. You understand me?
Nakia says yes at jazz.
Yeah, jazz. I saw her. I saw Peppy, Essence. What's up, y'all? Always. Those are my people anyway. I always love seeing them any time of year, but it's especially good seeing them out in these homecoming streets and all the purple and gold.
Right. Elder Joe Smith says, good afternoon, Tanya.
How you doing, Elder Joe? And Elder Joe, you say hello to Tori also, please. Don't act like you don't see her on the screen.
Hello, Elder Joe Smith.
And please don't act like you don't hear that laugh if you just listening.
just loud and country, ain't it? Danielle says very special guest. Yes, the Bruins in the house. And I see a lot of people putting they spelling the Bruins. If you see the difference how they spelling Bruins?
No, I hadn't. And why would I see that? I'm not trying to be funny, but and would that matter to me? Not really. Spell it how you want to spell it. But Wilson is spelled one way. THEBEST.
Elder said I did. You did? Okay. Maybe we missed it. We probably missed it.
I'm just giving you a hard time, sir, but because that's why I'm here.
Oh, I see what happened. You said it separately. I see the good afternoon, Tori. Hello, good afternoon. Nakia says, laughing my butt off. I want to know if it was going to be white or yellow grits at the hip hop party.
Well, I'm not telling you. If you get there and it's the grits that you don't want, don't get them. How about that?
Oh my goodness.
I'm not answering no grits questions. If you don't
Oh my
want the grits,
goodness.
get pancakes.
Elder Joe Smith, I was still waiting on her to say hello back to you say so. I'm sorry, I didn't see the comment, so I apologize. Hello, Elder Joe Smith. I didn't see it. I don't always see the comments. They come through so fast, so there's some comments we may miss. So I apologize. Nakia Thomas.
Yeah, we read this already. I just wanted to put it up again. Nakia asking about the white or yellow grits. Nakia, it's going, but I'm gonna tell you this: there will be white or yellow grits. Okay? That's all.
And then Nakia Thomas said, "You ain't say nothing wrong." I'm put say LOL.
Oh, I listen. If there wasn't some good people like Nakia who I could give a hard time with love, my life wouldn't be as fun as it really is. She already know I love her. She know it.
My goodness.
But I
So
know
y'all was at Jazz. So y'all was at Jazz on Dargan.
Mm-hmm. But I want to
Okay.
say one more thing about the grits before I get off Nakia. Now, Nakia
Okay.
can't cook no grits. And if Nakia cook grits, don't eat them. That's all I'm going to say.
Nakia, I know you're going to clap back, right? You can't let her do you like that.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe she can cook grits, but I don't think she cooks. She borderline bougie-ish. I don't. Do bougie people cook grits? Let us know, Nakia, in the comments. Do bougie people cook grits?
Oh my goodness. Listen, the ones that I know don't. Nakia said, I'm about to ask to join this Zoom.
Listen, I'll put you in here.
Elder Joseph said, "Oh my goodness."
All right, Nakia, you know what? I'm gonna go on Messenger and I'm gonna send you a link since you feel like you want to get on in here. I'm gonna get her in here. Be careful what you ask for, girl. Be careful what you ask for.
Woo, this is good to me. Oh my goodness. The
Check
best grits.
Check your Messenger, lady. All right.
On the queue says the best grits. I promise. Is it good and creamy? I like some good and creamy grits. It got to be good and creamy.
Let me tell you something. I got a friend like Gloria Coker. That girl makes some good grits. I don't care if they white, yellow. She makes some good grits.
Oh, Lord. It's
cream grits. I love them things.
Yes. Alicia says, be like, get somebody else to do it.
You know what, Alicia? I can appreciate what you said right there, because if you know you don't do it, get somebody else to do it. Because don't mess up the grits. It don't make no sense to be doing that.
Elder Joe Smith said, Tor, we met through DJ Shelton. Oh, that's what's up. Okay, I got you. That's what's up. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. That's what's up. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I also want to let you know, while you're out here in these homecoming streets, like I said, I'll let you know what the breakfast menu would be at the old school digging in the crates homecoming dance. You see that the basics, which is $10, is grits, eggs, sausage, and bacon. You can also get the garlic, herbs, and butter, shrimp with your grits. And if you want to add 3 buttermilk pancakes, you can do that for $5. Won't be any substitutions, just because this is not a restaurant. This is not have it your way. All right. I also want to let you guys know that there's many businesses downtown that you need to go ahead and get in there and support these businesses. The Leaf Lounge is celebrating Wilson Homecoming with us. They are also having happy hour every day. So today and Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m., that's where you go get your cigars. It got a really great food menu and really great drinks. So make sure you go down there. Go to Jazz on Dargan. Make sure you go to 135. Go out there. Support your people. Support these Tigers. I see we got Nakia coming in here. All right, girl.
Hello.
What's up,
Hey, Nakia.
Happy homecoming.
See, you see back there? Wait a minute, wait a minute. You see that stove back there? It's functioning and it works. See, you ain't got to see what's on it, but it works this time. Okay.
But what I do want to say, it look real nice and clean. It don't look like no burning really be going
No,
on.
but it goes on. But see, let me get you a peek back here. See this pantry right here?
Oh,
Oh yeah,
oh.
oh yeah, oh yeah. It
So
goes down in the pantry. Don't do it this time. We got it all.
I see you got some
Pepsi,
crackers in there.
ginger ale. Yeah,
Now
yeah,
I know you're good with making stuff with crackers because you ain't got to cook that.
yeah. See, it goes down this time. I
Okay.
keep it soft, cooked, grits, eggs, bacon, sausage,
What?
waffles, strawberries, fruit. Yeah. I was
Well, let
gonna
me ask
ask
you
you
something.
about the pancakes, but
I want to ask you a question since you showed us your pantry. I bet you can't make no neck bones and rice. Speak on it.
my mama can. What if I can't do? She can do it better. Nah,
I like that answer.
that's
Yeah.
right. Didn't even
All
take
right.
long. I didn't even have to think about it. See?
And hey, it was good seeing y'all last night. But since we asking your business, we done been all up in your pantry, so I can ask this question. What time y'all got home last night?
10:30.
10:30 for real.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
I left 10:30.
y'all did good, girl.
Mhm.
I didn't know if I was gonna be able to do this podcast this morning, this
No,
afternoon.
look, that's why I left because I had to work. I'm on my lunch break now.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you setting the record straight and letting people know that you do have
Yeah,
grit.
I do.
Okay. But
Grits,
the next
eggs,
time,
bacon, white grits, Quaker. I do.
okay, y'all heard it.
All right.
Now, anybody who
Y'all watch the replay. Grits gets cooked in here.
but one thing I want to pay attention, were those instant grits? How long it take you to cook your grits? I'm gonna know how long your grits take.
It just depends. 15 to 20 minutes because I rinse my grits off and then I put them on the stove, of course. I ball, stir them, stir them, stir them. I don't like lumpy grits. They can't be lumpy.
Mhm,
Real
mhm.
smooth. Yeah.
Butter or
It's
sugar?
an art to 'em. Butter and salt. No sugar.
Say that one more time.
Butter, salt, no sugar.
All right, y'all. All right, you heard it from her. And she do
Yeah,
cook grits. And the next time I try to clown somebody talking about they don't cook no grits, I'm gonna watch my mouth because they're gonna come in here and show me. You ain't have to show
that's
me
right.
out like
That's
that.
right. I
For the
joined the
people,
link. I joined the link.
well, thank you for coming in here, jumping in
All
here
right,
with us.
y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day.
All
You
right, you
too.
too,
All right.
lady. All right, listen, y'all. I'm sorry. She just didn't appear to me to be a person who cooked. She knows she bougie. I ain't telling y'all. I'm not telling y'all no lies. I don't be lying on people. I'm getting ready to come out with a line of t-shirts, and she gonna get one of the first ones. I'm telling you. Listen,
She
can't
said,
believe
I
that
might
girl
be
told me
bougie, but I cook grits. Grits get cooked.
story. Did she come in here and show us her stove and her grits?
And did.
If I knew she was gonna show off, I wouldn't have sent her the link.
Quinn Williams shaking his head, 82. Elder Joe Smith, mic drop.
Yeah, coming all up on my podcast, showing off like that.
Oh my goodness, Alicia, I do cook though. My favorite is that Gouda,
Mhm.
green onions and bacon. Oh wow.
That girl said she putting flavor in her. See
Yeah.
how she said Gouda? She did
Yeah.
not put cheese. She ain't put no American cheese slices in it. That's how y'all know these bougie people, these borderline bougie people compared to regular people. Because why she couldn't just put some shredded cheddar cheese in there? Talking about Gouda. People exposing them. I'm not talking about people. They telling on themselves. Y'all know that's some bougie grits if you putting Gouda cheese in there. Am I lying?
Because listen, you tell I'm country, I'm like, Gouda, what?
Yes, I know.
Nakia said, I love you, Miss Tanya.
Hey, I love you back. Give the family love. Give your mama some love. Tell Q I said, hey. All right. Good people, good family. Like I said, I'm in a good mood, and
Yeah.
that's why I'm just having a whole lot of fun. Just the
Mhm.
spirit of homecoming puts me in a good mood. I like hanging. Like I said, a lot of my friends were in town. I was over at Coker's house. He was already getting that grill fired up. There's a lot of people who already got them hogs on the grill. It's going down. It's going down. I'm not cooking for the next 2 days. And then after the next 2 days, I'm asleep for 4 or 5 days.
Are we gonna make it? Are we gonna make it back on Tuesday?
Wow.
Because listen, after Wilson homecoming, it take y'all about 4 or 5 days to recuperate.
It certainly take me that long at this age. I'm trying to tell you something. That's why I went to the hip hop yoga with the whole space and garden. Jay got me stretched out and got me ready so I can do my 2-step. I had to open up the hips and get everything stretched and make sure I wasn't being in great pain after
Right.
I get out here and do my little dance. Because I might try to do the prep a little bit. I might try to go back to the old school dances if I'm feeling myself, if I had a little courage. All right.
Right.
All right, y'all. You're listening and watching the Noontime My Time podcast. I come to you on weekdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time just to have some fun, just to have some conversations and talk about things that we should be talking about. And today we were talking about, is bigger better? Is that better living? Do you have to have the big job? Do you have to have the big house? Do you have to have the big car? Does that really give you your identity? Don't
Right.
be out in these homecoming streets trying to, you ain't got to lie if you don't have a big job. If somebody asks you what you do and trying to make you feel a certain way, listen, say nothing. Because what they going to do? If you tell them nothing, what they going to do? Buy my drink. If you feel like I don't make enough money, I'm here to have fun. You
Oh
understand
my
me?
KJ said, Grill Master in the making. Catch me at homecoming 2037.
She
Not
said
2037.
2037. Good Lord. But she was getting some grill lessons last night. She was getting hey, we was hanging out at my friend's house. She getting grill lessons, golf lessons. You cannot be around my classmates and friends if they're not talking about golf or something of that nature. And they pulled out like a little putting, I don't know what you call it, but like a little whatever. But they were out there doing some putting. She out there getting golf lessons in the middle of the night, golf lessons, grilling, all kind of stuff. So she right.
Elder Joe Smith said, all right, Tanya, be careful now. LOL.
Listen, I'm always careful. I'm gonna be careful, but I'm gonna have a lot of fun, sir. A lot. My friends know me.
And Sanford Smith says, sending that positive energy your way. Live comfortable, live happy, live the life that God has given you. It's okay to live within your means, but learn to splurge sometimes. Treat yourself and make yourself happy. It's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely.
That is exactly what I'm saying. Thanks for that comment. Yes, live within your means. I feel like a person, I don't feel like I live below or above my means. I'm just fiscally responsible. But I feel like if you can sometimes, because I like what he says, splurge sometimes, treat yourself to some nice things. Yes, because you are out here working. You are out here working hard. And it's unfortunate that some people work a lot harder than what their wage provides for them. And that's a mass majority of people, to be honest. Many
Right.
of us out here are working very, very hard, and the money does not equal the amount of work that you're doing. But that doesn't make
Mhm.
you less of a person. But if you
Right.
just get within your mind that this is your life and figure out how you can live within that mean and sometimes live a little below your means so that you can have an extra dollar, so that you can make
Mhm.
sure that you have an extra saving, because it's life. Emergencies are going to come up, and we don't know when, and we don't know what the value of getting out of it will cost us. But like my grandmother used to call it, put a little something in the nest egg. Put something away. You got to do
Mhm.
that. And I know that there's some people who work and say, well, I don't even make enough to save. And I just want to say to you, you have no idea how you can save. There is something that you are doing and that you are spending money on weekly that you could probably say, you know what? I'm not going to do that this week. And I'm going to take that money and put it to the side and forget about it as if you did spend it. So let's say that you do like Starbucks coffee, and like a Starbucks coffee might cost you $7 or $8, and you're doing that every morning 5 days a week. Put that money to the side and save that every week.
Mhm.
And just ignore it. Just like pretend that you spent that. That adds up. That is a saving. Now that's just on a very minimum scale. But I'm gonna tell you something. Pennies add up to dollars. They do. Go buy you some coffee out the grocery store and learn how to make your coffee. You know what I mean? Do that.
Right. And KJ says the skills need time to marinate. Oh, they'll be marinating real good. It's 23, 2037. Wow. That what that y'all know my math don't be math. What is that? 15? Is that fit
You
at
know,
4?
she gave herself some time. 14.
That 14? Okay. Because I
Yeah.
was like, is that 15 years? Because listen, math was not my subject. Richard says that's exactly what I tell people to this day when they ask, what do? I say nothing, 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 whatever I like.
Exactly. I like doing that to just throw people off. Because think about it. Like when a person is asking you, what do you do? Like, why are you asking that? Like they're already sizing you up. Like, okay, what difference does that really make? You know what I'm saying? So when a
Mhm.
person asks that, I'm kind of like sizing up. Well, basically, they have already told me what type of person they are anyway. That really says a lot. I don't have any problem saying nothing. I don't mind. If you don't know, you might not need to know. Nothing.
Right. And Elder Joe Smith says the best game ever. Yep.
Oh yeah.
And Elder Joe also says, Tanya, I'm going to make you my podcast coach.
Well, actually, now that you said that is, I do that actually. So you can get with me. That is something that I do. I just don't advertise because actually I don't really have to. I've just been fortunate enough that the things that I do and the people and the relationships that I've built, a lot of things come to me through recommendation. People have been referred to me, and then I decide if I want to work with that person. So I like that I'm in a space that I get to make that decision. I, I get to decide if I want to do a particular thing, a particular job, or work with a particular person. But if it's a good person looking to do something good, then the probability of that is yes. It's just going to be about balancing time because I'm also in a space where I don't like to overgive because my time is my most valuable asset to me right now at this point in my life. You know, I don't want to do things that are going to stress me out. If I can't help you, like if I can't help you or if I don't have the time to help you, I will connect you with someone who I'm sure will and that I'm sure who is going to give you a quality and standard of what you're asking of me and probably and sometimes even better. So, there's that.
Yeah. And KJ says from the PGA straight to the grill.
Oh yeah, she out there hitting golf balls last night.
Oh my goodness. And KJ also said, if my math is right, it could be wrong. That will be my 25th class reunion. Oh, okay.
Oh, so that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get ready for your 25th class. I got you. I got you.
That's
That's
what's
my
up.
girl.
That's what's up. Elder Joe just says this is the conversation that we had on last night's podcast. Finances, 10% to you, 10% savings, and the rest to Bill. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
People really need to learn to pay themselves first. And if you do that, that's going to be an easier way to save. Like pay yourself first, put that to the saving, and what you have left, then you balance that and you make those bills work. You make it work because that's what you have. All right. So pay yourself first. I'd love for us to, in the very near future, because we've been way over an hour. I don't know how this conversation goes by so quickly. We've been talking over an hour, Tori.
It goes so fast.
People lunch hour is over. We don't want to get no people fired. They need to keep their job. We're talking about the economy is bad, and we're trying to tell them to live within their means, and now they might be in the unemployment line. Y'all better not lose your job. Click off this podcast if you got to get back on the clock. Take a deep breath, breathe, do what you got to do. Don't you lose your job.
Right. And then I also want to say this. You said something when you said that there's something, I think that's a whole message in that. When you said that there's things that you do that you don't advertise. That's like with you see that people would talk about with the Rolls Royce, they don't have any commercial. They don't. So people know the quality. You don't even have to advertise. They know the quality. So you don't even have to advertise that.
Okay.
People know what you do because it's the quality.
What make me feel good? In my car that I bought off of Craigslist.
I'm just saying, it's the quality. You know what I'm saying? It's about quality. For me, it's about quality, not the quantity. It's about the quality. You know, it's going to be the best service. You know, you operate in excellence. So that's what it's all about. People are going to gravitate to you. Money is going to come to you because they know it's going to be good quality. So that's all I'm going to say. But Gwendolyn says, thank you. I wish I can stay, but back to work. Bye, Gwen. Yeah, get back to work, Gwen.
You about to lose your job. Hey, you remember that back in Wait, did you know that girl went to Wilson?
For real?
Maybe I shouldn't have admitted that. You about to lose your job one more time. Yeah. She was from Wilson. You know, we famous out in these streets. Good things and all. That wasn't from the Mr. Brooks era.
Oh, couldn't have been.
No, it was a younger. But you know, that was so fun and that was so funny how that went viral. I wonder what's up with her. I might need to find. I hope you about to lose your job, girl. If you at home for Wilson Homecoming, find me. I want to talk to you. Serious.
Please.
Girl, I want to sing it with you one more time. You about to lose your job. That thing just filled my spirit. It really did. Because what was done was wrong. She was right in what she said. It was just funny to us, and it just went viral, you know?
Yeah. And Tammy said she went to school with my daughter. Oh, Tammy might be the link. Tammy, hook that up.
Tell your daughter to find her and to find me. I ain't trying to steal no line from Dion, but I ain't hard to find. I ain't hard to find. Go ahead. It ain't too many women gonna be walking around with a bald head and purple and gold out here. It ain't gonna be too many of us. You gonna see me bald hair shining. Mark McLean, and then you gonna know the difference between us. I ain't Mark. You can't be bald and shiny.
Elder Joseph said, "Thank God I'm retired and can listen to the both of you all day." That's what's up. Thank you so much for the love.
All right. Well, some of our friends and some of our people are already on vacation because there's people who plan their vacation around around
Mhm.
Wilson homecoming. So, like I
Yeah.
said, a lot of my friends have been coming in. Some came in early week. A lot came through last night. So, it's some people who are already here. It's some people who are already out at the block party that started at 12 o'clock. DJ Bug is down there, and I'm getting ready to go down there because y'all know I love DJ Bug. Class of 1988. So I'm gonna get off of here very soon. But y'all got the comments coming through, so we gotta show you some love.
Richard says, but what gets to them is that it's actually true, and I'm absolutely too young for retirement, but I've made all the right choices and decisions in my lifetime where I can honestly say when I ask that I do nothing, nothing, say it, wait a minute. I ain't say it right. He's about say it right. Mayo also what? Do nothing.
Let me say it. Let
I
me
don't
say
know.
it then. Nothing. That's what he said.
Oh,
Thank you for checking her. Cause see, Mayo, their homecoming was last week. So it's okay, Richard. We gonna take it easy on her.
oh, my bad.
But you know what? But he's right. And he said something here that
Yeah.
make me want to say this. He said he actually plan his retirement for young. And some people do that. And I want to say that I am very happy that I was able to see my father retire young. So I always knew that you could plan your life and decide what you wanted to do within my dad's first retirement. He retired when he was 40, you know? And I was so happy that I was able to see that. And another thing I want to say too, with my grandmother, I was able to see how she lived her lifestyle on a minimum budget. Those are two things that were very good for me to see. So I saw that I could live the life that I wanted and have all of the things that I wanted, and it didn't have to be on a scale that mattered to anybody else besides myself and my children. And that's why I live the way that I do. I'm not above or beneath doing any particular job per se. So if I felt like I needed to have some extra income or anything of that nature, I wouldn't be above doing something else. I wouldn't, because I can't say what emergency might come up. I can't say what I will or will not do, but I know that I don't feel like, oh, I'm not going to do that. Uh, if I need to, and if it's honest, you know what I'm saying? If it's an honest day's work, it's something that I would consider. And there isn't anybody who can make me feel bad about any particular job that I take. And I tell people that all the time, and particularly artists, because this is a tough thing for artists, because a lot of times artists, I mean, we're creative. And a lot of times they want to work within their art and they feel they have to do a job that is specifically within that art. Now, for me, that hasn't always been my thing, because I feel like my art is my art. And if I'm going to work a job, I personally would prefer to work a job that was something, it doesn't have to be in that art field. I'd rather just be a job that I go, I clock in, I do my job, I do it well, and I leave that job there, and it helps me pay my bills, whatever I needed to pay. I like, I want to flip on my lights when I come in the house. My kids, they growing up, they like to watch, cartoons, and I need to have cable for them. So just those little things. Can I afford those things? So it didn't have to be a particular job. I want something that isn't going to stress me out and take away from my mindset and my creativity. So if I go and I work this job, whatever it is, I don't want to say any specific job, because whatever it is, when I clock off and I come home and do what I do within my family, I also know that the same way that I put in 8 hours on somebody else's job, I made sure that I at least put those 8 hours into what I say I love, into my creativity, into my art. So there's that. So I tell people, like, don't stress that. Get you a job that can pay your bills and do your art until your art starts paying your bills.
Right.
It really happens like that,
Right.
you know?
Right. That's what's up. And Richard says, "Yep, Tanya, got it right."
Mhm.
Oh, she said a nothing right.
Nothing, nothing.
Tammy says she said her name is Ebony, but she can't remember her last name. Class of '08 or 2010. Oh, that narrows it down. I know some people in that. We'll find her. We'll find her.
Mhm.
Ebony. We'll find you, Ebony. We
W-
looking. We looking, Ebony.
Ebony, find me.
Yeah.
Find me. Because I feel like I will be easier to find if you understand what I'm saying. No,
And Richard says, yes, it's possible. And it's not how you secure the bag, but secure as many bags as you can and be happy for others regardless, because no one received their bags the same way. Exactly.
bottom line.
Exactly.
Bottom line.
Exactly.
And that just kind of rounds off the conversation for us, or for what I like to say, is bigger better? Maybe not. It really could be more stressful, because if you've got that high car payment, that high mortgage, you're going to have high insurance and everything else, you can't afford to lose your job. You cannot afford it, because you've got too many high price items, and you need to be making a big salary because you're spending a lot per month. You got to make that. I'm fine. My little stuff paid for. I don't have no Craigslist payments. I don't have no side of the road payments. I got titles and deeds. They're mine. I'm not paying for any of that stuff. But there's a process to get here. There's a mindset that you have to get here, you know? And on another day, I'd like for us to talk about, I think it's important for us to talk about, no, don't let me get into it, because that'll take us into another conversation. Don't worry. We're going to get on out of here. We're going to get on out of here, because I got to have some homecoming fun. What was the verse for the day? Let's get the people the verse one more time before we start breathing and get out of here.
The verse for today, Psalms 23, verse 1. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want.
That means you have the things that you need. Make sure you make that your priority. All right. Any last message you want to give to people before we do the breath work?
Well, ending with that verse, it says, I shall not want. So that lets you know he is the source. He should be the only source. So stay connected to the source. And with that, I'm out, and I'll meet y'all in these purple and gold streets. Now, somebody told me the day party and the block party this evening. But listen, I need a nap. Y'all party different. It's gonna be either the day party or the block party. I can't do both, and I ain't finna sit here and lie. That'll be out my lane if I come to the day party and you expect me to the evening party. It's gonna be one or the other. So I'll see you in the streets, these purple and gold streets, this evening. Peace out, y'all.
All right. Always good to talk to Tori. Yeah, y'all, that's it. Bigger may not be better. It just may not be. Live within your mean. All right? Live within your mean. Now, we get ready to get out of here. We're going to do a little bit of breath work before we get out of here. Because why? Because we love ourselves. Because we deserve it. We deserve to take that time for ourselves. We deserve to center and feel good. And that's what I want to do. Be safe out here. Make really smart decisions. Be safe. Be that friend who is going to look out for a friend. If you got a friend out here who does a little bit too much, and you know that they do a little bit too much, because every homecoming they do a little bit too much. Well, look out for your friend. Make sure that they're safe. All right? Do that. And that's what being a friend is. All right? All right, y'all. I'll see you out here. Happy homecoming. Happy homecoming, Wilson. Happy homecoming. Let's get into this breath work. Let's do some breath work. Inhale to the count of 4. Hold that a few seconds. Exhale. Hold that a few seconds. Inhale again. Hold a few seconds. Exhale. Hold that a few seconds. Inhale one more time. Hold a few seconds. And exhale. Yeah. And don't you feel great? I feel great. I appreciate you guys. And if nobody gave you a smile today, if nobody smiled today, you just close your eyes and give yourself a big smile and see how that feels for you. Right? Y'all be great out here. It's what we do. One love, y'all.